Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. We have a show for you tonight. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we were talking about Bob Dylan a little while ago, so I have to write my own songs, right? Okay, so the duo that's going to perform for us tonight has been here before. The last time that they were here, they were just dropping their new album called Tales from the Silver City. And I have played it on my radio show a number of times, like maybe overplayed it, because it's a great album, right? So, of course, I had to chase them down, and I had to go, where did I get her to agree to come back here? It was at the same concert from last week's band, which was at the old church, past the guitar show. And she agreed, but we didn't set a date then. So now we have a date set. And they're here. And it's a good thing because they're going to do some of the stuff from that album, and it's awesome. And then we're going to sit down and talk, and they're going to tell you where you can find them because these two are all over the place. They're making music happen, and that's a good thing. I hope that you are welcome into your heart and into your home and into your listening pleasure, Inner Groove.
Thank you, Dot. Meet me at Redbridge, baby. I will take your hand on the trail and we will walk. Meet me at Redbridge, honey. I will take my time at your stride and we will talk. We will talk. This trail is only 12 years old. There used to be a beach on the far side of the road. A toast to the time when we were kids. The chapter in life was short and candid. What candid. If I could go back there again, I'd pay more attention to you, friend, and not pretend. Oh, I wish I'd met you at Red Bridge back then. Oh, I wish I'd met you at Red Bridge back then. Yeah, I wish I'd met you at Red Bridge back then.
Woohoo!
Thank you. That was our single off of the album that Dot mentioned, Tales from a Silver City. That's called Red Bridge. It is actually a place in Meriden, where we're from, where we both grew up. So if you're ever in that area, I tell everybody, now you got to look it up. It's right by our linear trail. Go down and see it. It's literally a red bridge. So we're happy to be back here at Dot's request. And we have been busy at playing the new album. So we are going to do a couple off of the new album, but we are also going to do some of our other favorite songs as well. You want to do next, Steve? This is called Next to You. This is actually off of one of the very first things that we recorded. It was an EP, I think, that we put out, oh my gosh, maybe in 2012, but it's our favorite song off that EP. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Truth is, I never know what to make of you. Truth is, I never know how to talk to you. I always check myself, make a total wreck of myself every time I try to say what is true. For the only truth I know is when I am next to you. Truth is, I find I can't live without your touch. Truth is, I didn't think I would feel so much. I'd sacrifice every day, no price that I wouldn't pay, even if my heart's black and blue. For the only truth I know is when I am next to you. I don't care about risk. This love's a ride I just can't miss. Faces are clearer. Yeah, I'm getting nearer to seeing that inside of you, learning, loving the truth I know next to you. Truth is, I hold my breath when you look at me. Truth is, I'm curious as to what you see. One glance and then you'd guess that I am at my best. My finest hour, it comes due. The best of all I know is when I am next to you. Thank you. So what are you going to? Okay, we'll do this one first. I like to say I wrote this song. This song She Doesn't Mind is off of our first CD. And I like to say I wrote this on the Merritt Parkway. I was driving along and I started to think of words and I was stuck. I couldn't get off an exit or anything, so I had to just keep repeating it to myself so I wouldn't forget it. But sometimes those are the best ones. I just wish they didn't always come in the car. This is called She Doesn't Mind. It's a lot about, I think, having come through something and the self-reflection that comes with that. So. Ready? 2, 3, 4. She's got a long, tall list of things to do. For everyone that's crossed off, it's like she has two. She'd like to sleep all day and all through the night. 'Cause sometimes it's easier than keeping up the fight. But she doesn't mind, it keeps it real. She keeps in mind the way she feels. She doesn't mind for what it's worth, which is a prize that she gets from her rebirth. And she's learning to be all alone with her thoughts. Gives her time to think about the battle she's fought. And she used to curse him, but now she prays that her essence of faith will help her stay this way. So she doesn't mind, it keeps it real. She keeps in mind the way she feels. She doesn't mind for what it's worth, which is a prize that she gets from her rebirth. Home, she feels at home, and she knows it's not her own. 'Cause in a blink, it could be done. So she's mindful as she moves along. When she finally sits down at the end of the day, does a little check to see if she's okay. She doesn't know how it ends with the seeds that she's sown. She only knows the measure of how much she's grown. And she doesn't mind, it keeps it real. She keeps in mind the way she feels. She doesn't mind for what it's worth, which is the prize that she gets from her rebirth. It is a prize that she gets from her rebirth. Thank you. All right. What are you ready for? Okay. So we're going to do In Your Hello, I think. We're going to do that because there's a story there. And Tom, this is Tom on bass. This is a good time to say that. Siksensky. I don't ever ask anybody to say his last name. The last name is Siksensky. And I'm Denise Jones. And in I moved here to the East Coast from the West Coast. And it was the first day of school for third grade. And Tom was the very first friend I made here on the East Coast on the first day of third grade. So, and then we went to school together through elementary, through middle school, and then halfway through high school, and then our paths kind of diverged, and then we came back together through music about almost 15 years ago now. So This song, and I don't mind putting him on the spot, he's just going to have to get used to it. This song is about meeting him and that first day and the impact that it has made on my life. So this song is unabashedly about Thomas. This is called In Your Hello. Ready? I see the welcome in your eyes and realize without much surprise you are the first friend I will make. It's been a terrible 2 years and I'm still always close to tears, so fitting in is hard to take. I give you a wave, grateful for the save in your hello. You don't know that I am so alone, having left a life behind, just to go where I don't know a soul, to not knowing what I will find, and I find you. You are not like the other boys, and sometimes I can be annoyed with how your brain's beyond your years. You are the one to make me laugh and coax me into fighting back when I might give in to my fears. You give me a smile, and I can breathe a while in your hello. You don't know that I'm alone when I'm writing the words I feel inside. And although you may say no, I want you and your music by my side for the ride. Many years have gone and now it's difficult to wonder how our friendship faded with our circumstance. God had other plans for us, he needed time to pass, which must have set us on a path for second chance. Our faith was the key, unlocking you and me in a hello. You don't know those years ago what you did with that greeting that you gave. But you should know that as I go, it is with me as it was on that first day that I found you, when I gave you that wave, grateful for the save in your hello. Thanks. All right. So that was from the new album, and a lot of the songs. It's called Tales from the Silver City because probably I think it wound up being a song, an album that was just dedicated to the city of Meriden. I've had some people say, I don't understand that. Why? But when you've lived most of your life there, you know, I was gone for quite a long time and recently moved back maybe about 5 years ago, and just I've been getting reacquainted with my city, and there are lots of lovely things about the city, and I've been embracing it and getting involved, and so that song actually is kind of a nod to Casimir Pulaski Elementary School, where we went, and the second verse is Lincoln Middle School, where we went. So yeah, that's I think we should all never lose sight of the places that made marks on us in our hometown. A lot of people leave their hometown now. That used to not be a thing. People stayed put,
and life is so much transient now, much more transient. So we should always, I think we should keep our hometowns in mind. I think that's an important thing. It defines us early on. So this next one is also off the new album, and it sounds like a sad song. It is not. It's a sad song, but it was inspired by something good. It's called This Broken Heart, and about a year and a half ago, my mother had to go in for some very serious surgery, open heart surgery, and during her recovery, and she's fine, she's wonderful and recovered, and but when she was home and recovering, she was making a lot of jokes about broken hearts and stitches in her chest and holes in her heart, and I couldn't leave it alone. You know, she kept making the jokes, and I said, I don't know how to write a song about this. I'm going to have to, like, write a sad song about this. So this song is actually called, I don't want to subject you to that. This is called This Broken Heart, and it is a sad story, but I don't know, with a good origin, with a happy origin. Ready? Hello, it's me again. I know I called, but I don't know where to begin. Do I agree that we'd be better off as friends? Would it show you that I'm learning to accept the end? So take this broken heart, it's got nothing left, got no use except causing pain inside my chest. Stitch up all the holes made by all those arrows. Can you fix up all the parts of this broken heart? I saw your friends today. They tried but just could not find the words to say. I want to tell them they don't have to try so hard. That I am doing better now than when we fell apart. So take this broken heart, it's got nothing left, got no use except causing pain inside my chest. Stitch up all the holes made by all those arrows. Can you fix up all the parts of this broken heart? I know someday there will come a time when I run into you and I will not mind. I hope I see that you are happy with your life, and I will find that I took this heart, I found something left and learned to accept that it had healed inside my chest. I stitched up all the holes and found that love still flows. Time had fixed up all the parts of this broken heart. This broken heart. Thank you. Thanks very much. That is also off the new album. We've got, what do you do on permanent one? Remember this? Oh. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do Lincoln City. We're going to do Lincoln City. Because for as much as I adore Meriden and grew up in Meriden, this song, which is off our second album, is actually about a place on the West Coast. It's a coastal town on the West Coast that I absolutely adore in the state of Oregon. And I have a bestie also that I've been friends with for a trillion years since we were 4 years old.
Right.
And she also knows things that nobody else knows. So I connect with, we were talking early about best friends, lifelong friends. And this is also her favorite place. So when I wrote it, I sent her the lyrics and I said, tell me if I'm not remembering it right or if I'm coloring it too much. And she gave me her A-OK. So this is called Lincoln City. Oh, going back to Lincoln City.
So you want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
Absolutely, we can. Sure. do, you do I'm Looking for You? Okay. This one is off our, I don't know, is it the second one? I think it's the second album. So, you know, when you go through stuff with relationships, you always get a little something, something out of it. If you're a songwriter and you're lucky, you'll get a song out of it. And this is that song. It's about just finding out what you don't want and deciding what you do. It's called I'm Looking for You. I don't want a white knight on the steed to come in and save the day, no. Just when you think he fills a need, there's a price you gotta pay, oh. When valor runs skin deep, then what's it worth? I don't wanna have the dream, 'cause when you dream, you gotta wake up. And dreams aren't always what they seem. It's not reality they're made of. You can close your eyes and sleep, but you'll miss the world. I'm looking for imperfection. I'm looking for introspection. I'm looking for, it's true. I'm looking for you. I don't wanna live a sheltered life with blinders bordering my life, because the ignorance becomes the lie, disguised as being taken care of. When safety becomes a chain, then love's a cage. I'm looking for imperfection. I'm looking for introspection. I'm looking for, it's true. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for, I'm looking for staying awake. I'm looking for give and take. Oh, I'm looking for, it's true. I'm looking for you. Oh, it's true. I'm looking for you. Yes, it's true. I'm looking for you.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
So, well, Inner Groove is grooving their way over here to sit down and talk to me. I'm going to get serious for a minute. So, a couple weeks ago, public access stations were in blackout, and there was a reason for it. And I think it's important for you to understand that our state legislatures have a bill on the floor that could take everything that public access stands for away. Please pay attention to the email that's sent to you. Pay attention to what it says on your blacked out TV screen, whatever. Oh, I think there's an alarm.
It sounds like a submarine.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is talk to your state legislatures and tell them, please, not to take away our funding, not to make public access TV have to shut down. Without public access TV, this show goes away. And mine's the least of them. There's a bunch of shows on public access TV that are a real asset to our communities. On top of the fact that if our state's in crisis, you know where you can find out what's going on in the crisis? Public access TV. It's kind of their job. But when that's not going on, which is most of the time that's not going on, they have great shows that are put on by people from the community that are talking about politics and arts and music and you name it. There's a show on this station. I don't know if it's on right now, but she used to, her name was Linda English, and she used to invite pets in to visit, pets and their owners, but her dog Heidi was the co-host. And we have Thinking Green, which is kind of about the Green Party, but has such great topics on it. And then there's Grandma's Attic, and I have some of the best musicians in the area come into this show and play for you. You can't get live music like that for free anywhere else. So please, talk to your state legislatures. Just write them an email. And now I'm going to talk to these guys because I could stay on this soapbox for days, let me tell you. All right? Do me a favor. Write a letter to your legislator, okay? Sorry.
No, you'd have to hold me up on your soapbox because I'm all about supporting local. And that's the epitome of local is public access television.
What would we do without it?
I don't know.
You know, it was public access TV, the manager of this station, that made me do this show. And I didn't want to. I hate being on TV. Wait, there's kind of a mixed bag of nuts there. I love what I can do for you. I love putting really awesome music on TV. I do. I love that. It thrills me. It's a passion of mine.
Right.
But I hate sitting here and seeing all my big self up on there and then listening back to it, and I talk funny. It's all weird. But I wouldn't change this for anything.
Right.
Because of what I can give back to the community by bringing you guys to them.
Absolutely.
So, and there's so many great shows on public access. And if we're in a crisis, where do you go to find out what's going on? Public access TV. So anyway, welcome back to Grandma's Attic.
Thank you. Just know we're in your camp.
Thank you. So write to your state. All you can do, and it's really
anything
easy.
you can do.
All of their names end in ct.gov. It's their real name. I think it's their name with a dot and their last name at ct.gov.
Yeah.
How hard is
You
that?
heard it here.
Yeah. So anyway, so you're writing more music all the time.
I am writing music all the time. I took a very big step last May. I don't know if we talked about it. I kind of stepped out of the corporate world, out of my day job.
You did tell me that.
Yeah, and so it was like floodgates. So probably the first thing I'm going to tell you is that we're going back to Nashville to do another album in October. So
Are you excited about that, Tom?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we're writing so much. It's ridiculous. Just when
Now,
I
are
think.
you guys writing together, or
We are.
you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the springboard, but everything goes through the Tom filter, so which is an absolute blessing. So because he knows how to temper it, he knows how to like rein me in if I need reining in, and
Heaven forbid.
yeah, or if I'm still.
Heaven forbid that a woman with your passion would need to be reined in.
In a good way.
And I don't even understand that. Like, I can't relate.
In a good way. And there have been times now when it's kind of a strange sensation because usually I could take my time with it but I have a lot in there and I'm constantly throwing stuff out. I have like 3, maybe 4 things that are not finished, and which is unheard of for me. I usually go start to finish, you know, and I'm hitting roadblocks because I'm already my attention's kind of divided to something else, and so I've been starting stuff and going to him and saying, help me, because now I'm stuck, you know. So that's happening more than ever. I think we're collaborating more than ever on songs now.
On the current album, Denise wrote everything.
Yeah.
On the Silk City one.
Yeah.
But the new one coming up. Now, when are you going to Nashville?
October.
Do you need a nanny or a personal assistant?
Well, let me tell you.
I can promote the shit out of people, you know.
People
I know
said
how to
that.
promote shit.
People said that. How did you like the city when we went? And we were like, honestly, I can't answer that. We never saw it.
Yeah.
We ate some really good food. But
Well, yeah.
but we didn't see it. We were 10, 12-hour days in the studio.
In the studio.
For a week. We slam dunked it in a week. So we're not messing with that formula. We're doing everything we can to prepare for it and to go and to do the same structure and the same, you know, and see if we can do it again in a week. So
No. You need to, when you go to a someone's hometown, let me throw your words back at you. Know your hometown. When you go to visit someone's hometown,
You gotta see
find
the
that
sights.
red bridge in that town.
I know. And I've been hearing kind of things. People are like, you got to check this place out. You got to check this place out. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping if we're set enough that we'll have some extra time to go and do something.
Make
and actually
Make it.
do something besides walk by the big giant guitar, you know? Which we did do.
Absolutely.
So-
No, that sounds great. And so you when are you going down?
We're going down the first week of October.
Okay, so this album will be ready by January?
Oh, heavens, no. No, I think we're going to shoot for May 2025. 'Cause
Okay.
we're pretty particular
live with
about
that.
our mixing. I know you can.
I can live with that.
Right around this time, actually.
Yeah. And I won't be in school, so I'll be able to. I can't wait till I have some free time so that I can just concentrate on making sure that people that are dropping albums have the airspace that they deserve.
Yeah.
You know, I just want
It's so great that you do that.
when I started doing the radio local eclectic night thing and had your album already in my bag, like it was already in my bag, and I was playing it and I'm like, these guys got to come back into the radio station, and now we'll have a reason to bring you back.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, we'll have a reason to bring you back into the radio station and back here. And you're also doing a whole bunch of music out and about. Why don't you tell our listeners, our viewers, where you're playing, what you're doing? You're doing a whole bunch of stuff.
We're playing everywhere, and it's nice. Right now we're kind of it's odd because we're kind of straddling that line between covers and originals. Like the band started out as a cover band, but we're doing more original stuff, and we will have, I think, so we will have been at the Daffodil Festival in Meriden, which is a big deal
It's a big
for us.
deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal for anybody.
Period,
who
in
gets
Connecticut,
there.
yeah. And we are going to be at CT Folk Festival in September. And
How's that feel?
That feels great.
That's
'cause
a
that's kind of like my
huge deal.
bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're doing things like that are cater to the original artists. But I'm picking up all kinds of things in between, and we're doing all kinds of cover gigs too. So it's really a strange thing that the originals are kind of creeping more in with the covers.
And they should be.
As they
And
should be. Yeah.
Covers have a place.
Yeah.
That place is not to shut out or take away from originals.
Right.
Every song was originally an original. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
it's true.
All songs.
I know, we always say that.
And the ones that we cover are the ones that have been the greats.
Right.
You know? And every once in a while, someone will come out with a cover from someone that I never heard of from way back in the day. And I'm like, that's an awesome song. Well, yeah, that's why I cover it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't know all the musicians. I
There's
just
so much.
can't.
Well,
So,
Connecticut is so rich with an original music scene. I mean, We're very lucky, I think, because, and it's almost like you don't know it's there until you kind
you're
of
part of
traipse
it.
into it, and you're part of it, and then you're like, how did I not know about this before? So I think we're very lucky to be part of that, and I know, like, it would. We can't go through this without mentioning Terry. She's doing the song exchange.
I know.
And
I
so
love
now you're
that.
talking about covers. We're doing covers, but we're doing covers of people, of original artists in Connecticut,
that
which is
are
wonderful.
local, and
That are
it's
local.
such a great fun thing to do. She's also brought back together the women, the Wicked Fair.
Oh yeah,
Are
we'll
you
be there.
playing?
We'll be there at the Wicked Fair. So
I know the MC.
do you? I hear she's great.
I heard she's loud.
You were a great MC last
We
year.
had so much fun.
We
It
did
was
have a
such
lot of
long
fun.
day, though. Such a long day. So let's talk about when you said that one of your songs came from the Merritt Parkway, and that Tom's your filter, and that's all that way. But what makes you feel like you absolutely have to sit down and write this song? Do you have that?
I do. I do have that. And I'm kind of a slave to it because I can wake up with a phrase or, and it can roll around in my head for a couple of days. And if it lasts that long, or I write it down and I go back to it and say, oh, I wrote that thing and it's in my head, then I know I just have to sit. I'm reading this amazing book called The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Have you heard of this book? It's wonderful. I mean, I have filled the margins and everything with notes, and there is a part in the book where it says, if you sit down to create a piece of art, in this case a song, do it from start to finish. And so
That's where you're having a problem.
well,
just said
Well,
that.
now I'm practicing that more. If I can get out of my own way and then just hone in on the one thing. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I go to a point and if I'm pushing too hard on it, and then I say, okay, I've got to step away from it, and I do walk away from it unfinished. But more often than not, if I sit down and I get a verse and maybe two verses or a verse and a chorus, that's it. I've got to stay until I've got
Until
it.
it's done. Now, did this kind of thing happen to you when you were working corporate? And did you have music coming to you then, and you knew that you needed to do this?
Well, I had music coming to me. I did not have as much time to devote to it, not even close. And I think since leaving corporate, my brain is kind of healing itself because I was
Thank goodness.
too many things, always thinking about too many things. I was crowded, like physically crowded with my time. I was mentally crowded with the things that I had to do. And I think what happened was I went about 2 weeks after I quit, and then all of a sudden I wrote a song. Like, bam, it was there in a couple hours. So I think my brain needed to, it needed to clear out. It's like purging out a storage unit or something.
I think that's going to happen for me.
I think it is,
And I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But I'm a little scared of it. So I don't know if you've
It
heard
is a
of
little
him.
scary.
I don't know if you've heard of him, but you will. His name is Eric Rabaska.
Yes, I'm friends with Eric.
Oh,
yeah.
So he also left big money, big corporate, big.
Yeah.
He walked away. He had burnout. He was done.
Yep.
Done. And he's writing some of the most amazing music, like
yeah.
you are,
Yeah.
because he's away. And he's doing Reiki, and he's, oh my
He's
goodness.
lovely.
He blows my mind.
Yeah.
So-
When I posted that I was done, he messaged me and he was like, if you need somebody to check in with, because you're gonna, like you're breathing, you're exhaling now, but you might hit some panic, and there have been, times, even
Right.
still now, I'm like, what am I doing? But I will never go back.
He has decided to forego a gig in Port Chester so that he can be with us on Sunday.
Oh, that's
It
lovely.
means a lot to me.
Yeah.
But he left all of that and allowed his creative, he wasn't even a musician for the first, the first quarter of his life. He really wasn't. And yeah, so it's so, Tom the Soup Force did the same thing. He was a big uppity up muckety muck and walked away to make music. When I see people like you do that, I can't make music. I write like stories and things,
Yeah.
but it makes me know that when I'm done all the hard stuff, I can sit down and I can write.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write songs. I'm going to write a story,
Right.
a true story. And it's going to be a bestseller. Let's just say. So anyway, when you're writing a song and you get stuck, what do you do to give yourself a refresher? And Tom, I'm sorry if I'm not trying to ignore you. I really am not.
No, that's fine.
Well, you're kind of quiet, and you're kind of like the cushion on the couch. You have to be there, and you make the couch what it is. But you don't say a lot, and maybe that's because I'm a bad interviewer.
Oh, no. He's
It's
quiet.
No, yeah, it's probably just nerves.
Do I make you nervous? I'm
No,
sorry.
not at all.
No.
Cameras make me nervous.
Okay, well, I love the whole bass thing. Bass players have always been the backbone in a band. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you.
Without bass and rhythm, there's nothing in a band. There's nothing. And it's funny because, like, when you're on the stage, the girly girls are looking at the drummer, they're looking at and everybody forgets that it's that rhythm.
Yeah.
It's that rhythm.
The backline. It's foundation. I tell him all the time.
I'm just saying. Without your rhythm, honey. So that's all
I just read
good.
an article that says that that's felt, that's more impactful, the backline, like the rhythm and the bass, because it's something that's felt even more than it's heard. So that's why it's more impactful.
People that are deaf feel for the bass
Yes, they do.
all the time in any music. So we need you. We need you. And now, again, we've run out of time. So keep doing what you're doing. Get to Nashville. Take time to find the Red Bridge in Nashville,
Yes.
please.
I promise I will try.
And take a pic and send it to me.
Okay.
And at this moment, take us out with a song. Will you do that,
Yes,
please?
we sure will. Absolutely.
All right. I love you guys so much. So while they're getting back over there to their instruments, please let me tell you that summer is coming, and that means hot weather. That means that the tar beneath your feet can burn your pets' feet, can burn your children's feet. Please check on your pets and don't let them walk on hot tar. And your neighbors, if they're elderly, check on them. Please make sure they have fresh water and moving air. Maybe not necessarily an air conditioner, but moving air. Keep your neighbors safe. Take care of your community. I love you all. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.